Dating in America is brought to you by Gold and Diamond Source.
The Gold and Diamond Source has been in business for nearly 4 decades and is one of the largest family-owned jewelry stores in America.
We have the largest selection of white and fancy colored diamonds and gemstones you'll find anywhere.
We also have private areas for VIP viewings.
Only at the Gold and Diamond Source.
Everyone has a story to tell. It's my mission to tell it. Unscripted, unedited. We are on the record. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarina Fazan, and welcome to On the Record, the Dating in America series. You know, we love this series, and we've been doing quite a few shows. And one common theme we have found through dating are people are frustrated. So what did we decide to do? Well, let's turn to the experts. I have Lisa Concepcion. Did I pronounce that correctly?
You did, perfect.
Wow, what a fancy name. I love it. I love it. With Love Quest Coaching.
Yes.
Lisa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Let's help the people, right?
Let's help the people. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Love Quest Coaching and what you do. You are a global dating expert.
I am. I coach people all over the world. If you Google my name, I come out in articles and things running my mouth off about, you know, everything from divorce and heartbreak and narcissistic abuse and recovery from codependency. I mean, I sound off on a lot of those types of topics, but then I also troubleshoot. I get these questions from people that are just, you know, about anything from, you know, dating strategies and how to make it in that jungle of a dating marketplace that's out there now.
So you started your company in 2015, and we will go back and talk about your history. And right now you said you have 4 couples that are engaged. Congratulations on that. That's super exciting. Yeah. So, all right, when I said we've had a common theme of people being frustrated in the dating world, have you found that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody's frustrated about the date. I mean, let's be clear too. We had this weird lockdown-y, COVID-y, can we go out? Can we go out and play? How do we meet people? Social distancing, isolation. There's a weird, you know, that people are now recovering from. I mean, although Florida, free state, love it, but there's still a little weirdness going on about interacting with other people, right? So we see a lot of frustration in that there's a lot of immaturity. There's a lot of social awkwardness. People are very used to working on their own, being isolated, and also with social media, nobody knows how to walk up to a woman anymore and say, aren't you lovely? My name is Dave. Like, where's Dave? Nobody's doing that, right? But in defense of the men, women have become a lot more standoffish, a little more guarded. And although they say they're welcoming of a gentleman to approach them and say hi and introduce themselves, the men complain that, and their frustration is, where are all the ladies? Where are all those feminine women with an open personality, smiling when they're out and about, right? Are they kind of like, kind of face? Or are they like smiling and talking with their friends and enjoying life with an open energy that invites that man in like a magnet, right? It's a lot of the energetic signals that we put out there when we're out in public. I don't mean out, you know, Hyde Park having drinks with your friends. I mean like running errands.
Right, going to the grocery store.
Like you could,
picking up dry cleaning.
I say to people, if your energy is right, because the big frustration is, where are they? Where are all these great people? Honey, if your energy is right, you can go pump gas at $5 a gallon and meet the love of your life. Like it happened to a client. She's engaged now.
Wow. So Lisa, okay, I wanted to ask you about that.
Okay.
So one of the many questions or frustrations that we get here on the show, they say, but we can't meet anybody organically. Right now, everything is online. Do you agree with that?
So I disagree with that, and I'm living proof of that. I'm 51 years old. I met my now fiance at a dinner party.
Oh, do share.
Super organic, right? So at the time I was living in Sarasota. I had a friend of mine who I met in Miami, but she's from Tampa. And I lived close now, so she said, girl, come to my dinner party. I'm having a 57th birthday dinner party, whatever. I said, I'll love to come. I looked at the menu. They had linguine white clam sauce. I'm from New York. I said, this is my menu. Let's go. I'm going to buy you a present. We're going to have a good time. I went to this meal, to this beautiful event. I walked in, it was a table filled with men, women, everybody. I introduced myself to everybody at the table. Hi, my name is Lisa, and one of whom was my now fiance. Hi, I'm Lisa. Great. Walked, sat down, went about my life. Later, after the meal, we all get up, we start socializing, you know, with everybody, and he just kind of appeared between me and this other woman that I was speaking with. Conversation ensued. We started laughing at the comedian Sebastian Maniscalco. We started just talking about his jokes and whatever. He said, oh, you're from the Northeast. I'm from the Northeast. I'm like, where are you from? Boston. Oh, New York. Well, we have a baseball rivalry, but I can let that slide, right? And we just flirty and fun and a really easy breezy conversation organically. And when I realized what time it was, you know, Cinderella had to get back to the dog, right? You know, I said, I must leave you now. I have a little dog that I have to tend to. But this was great. It was a delight to meet you. And he was like, oh, I want to see you again. And numbers were exchanged. The next day we were on a first date, and a week later we were full on in a relationship. It was no ambiguity, no lack of clarity. It was just, we clicked and we were very upfront about what we both wanted for our own lives and what we were ready for as far as what we wanted to give to a partner, what we were looking for in return. And it was a very simple, easy, breezy, beautiful courtship. And I was clear about my boundaries, and here's where I'm at, and he was into it.
And on in the month of June, June 19th, you'll celebrate your one-year anniversary, correct, of meeting.
Yes.
So the lesson here, I think, taking your personal story, is also be open and accept invitations.
Absolutely. Go where you are feeling like wild horses cannot keep you from going, right? If you feel, oh my goodness, a friend invited me to a barbecue, I'm going to go to this barbecue. Don't second guess it. Don't doubt it. There's something for you there.
Because sometimes, you know, if you're in a bad place or a dark place or you're insecure about dating, a lot of times you don't want to go. So are you saying that if you get an invitation, try to force yourself even to go?
Well, there is some stuff to do internally before you can even be open and accepting of those invitations. So prior to that invitation for me to my friends, I was dating. And I was with a man for about 3 months, and I realized in that time it wasn't for me. So I walked away from that graciously and, you know, with ladylike class and what have you.
And you were married for 17 years.
I was married for 17 years.
Yes, I think that's important.
Yeah, I married my college sweetheart when I was 27 years old. And I went through an amazing journey with him up north in, you know, New Jersey, a whole other life, a whole other career, a whole other thing. And it ended in divorce in 2015, along when I was just ramping up and starting LoveQuest coaching. So there was a lot of part of my journey that was involved in bringing that company to people. And I had a lot of my own inner healing and inner work to do. So to your point, when those invitations come, it's normal to be like, oh, I don't feel like I want to even get dressed beyond a t-shirt and shorts, right? Like I don't, normal, give yourself what you need, because what you're going to do is the healing that you need to do, be with yourself. If you're going through a heartbreak, somebody says, hey, come to this dinner party, and you don't feel like it, don't do it, because you're gonna come with that energy of, ugh. You wanna come from an energy of, I know what I want, I'm clear what I want for myself, what I want in my partner, and I'm just gonna go have fun in my life, and I'm gonna let it go, and I'm just going to put it out there. This is the person that I'm waiting for, that I know exists for me, and I am not gonna entertain anything that is not that anymore. I'm just going to, you know, live life, enjoy it.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, I'm sorry. As continuing with this thought, but Lisa, how do you get to that energy? How do you, because I know that you were very, very open with sharing your story on social media. But how do you get there? Like,
such a great question. It's different for everyone. I would say just commit to yourself first. So what I did was I committed to my healing. And when I tell you, if somebody said, Lisa, take this apple, put it on your head, hop on one foot, and you'll be healed in a week, I would have said, okay, and I probably would have spent $3,000 for the apple. I was like credit card, personal development, going to seminars, taking courses online. My thing was codependency and controlling, feeling that I always had to effort and navigate a relationship and be the one to come up with an invitation. And, you know, a lot of people that I coach, they relate to that. They're like, you know, women that are like, he didn't text me, so I texted him to see what was up because it's Thursday and the weekend is coming. No, 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 my loves. Be the flower, not the bee.
I love it. Yes.
Right? Be the tequila, not the lime. No chasing. There's no chasing. Be the tequila, not the lime. So in my own healing process, I invested in my healing. I read books. I went to seminars. I hired coaches. It's actually one of the things that inspired me to become a coach was that I saw how powerful it is when you go all in on yourself. When you go all in and you burn the bridges and you're just like, listen, this is who I want to become. There's a life that I envision for myself, and it's over here, and I'm over here. And I have to do whatever it takes to close that gap so that I can become, and I always would pray, I'd say, you know, God, guide me to the people who could, and the books and the resources to help me become the woman I must be to receive the man you have for me.
And you know, it's interesting because some people might sit there and say, gosh, you know, I don't have the finances to spend any money on that, right? But there are free library. The library is free, where you can check out
Absolutely.
these books.
Oh,
You even offer a free consultation.
It's a love life assessment.
A love life
super
assessment.
fun. You go to lovequestcoaching.com. You see a button. Take your free love life assessment. You press it, and you get to like answer all these fun questions and really just pour it out as much as you want. I personally read it over. It isn't like some computer-generated bot thing. I personally read through the assessment form, and I take each thing that you communicate, and I answer, this is what to do next, this is why you're feeling this way, this is your blind spot, the things that you didn't even know, and it's based on, my own personal wisdom and experience, the coaching that I have done in the last, 6 years, 7 years almost coming up, and I'm pretty intuitive. I'm highly intuitive. I'm also trained as an energy leadership master practitioner. So wow. I geek out to energy and am able to manipulate energy in people. So if they're feeling depressed and anxious and their mindset is on this, I help them get it to this, from hopelessness to optimism.
And I would even say, just for instance, filling out your questionnaire, right? And even if people don't follow through, it is so therapeutic, wouldn't you say, for people just to take action and do something?
Well, it sends a really powerful message to the universe also, right? Like, God loves us, put us here to thrive and survive and just, take life and go with it, right? And live the best one we can create. And so when we're mopey and awful and but then we take that tiny little action, it's like you're throwing a pebble in the sea. The ripple effect of that is huge, and the universe acknowledges that. And that's why when, let's say, you were saying earlier, there's a lot of free resources out there. YouTube, I have a channel on YouTube, 800 videos. It documents my whole journey from 2014. Craziness in Miami, boat parties, ridiculous. But then it goes up to last week, and the woman I am now in comparison to, my goodness, it's a whole different person, but fun. Point is, you could go on YouTube and type in, what is codependency? What is narcissistic abuse? What is this? Why can't I heal from my father when in all these, and you'll see experts just like me with books, with videos for free. So you start there, but take action. It's simple Google searching. We live in an information era now. We have information at our fingertips, literally. Phone. You can be 2 o'clock in the morning, laying in your bed, going on YouTube, and you stumble on a video of mine. This is how a lot of times I get my clients, because I don't do any advertising. Everything for now is organic. It's all through social media, word of mouth. Clients who have had success that, my God, what happened to you? They tell their friends, what happened to you? You're like a whole new woman. Oh, you have to talk to Lisa, the love coach. She's amazing. Go on her Instagram, see what's up. And I put content out based on what I'm going through personally, and I share it. And it's very, hopeful. I'm 51 years old. I met this, the love of my life for this chapter of my life, right? My life, I had the love of my life from 20 when I met him, to 44. And I have love for my ex-husband, always will. I have love for my ex-boyfriend, always will. Like, I want all good for my people. These are my people. They helped me be who I am now. But, like, do I need to be hanging out with them, talking with them, and no. Like, do you? It's all good. I love you from here. I love you from here, and you love me from there, and we check in, and we have fun jokes online and whatever. But there's a respect, right? There's a respect there. I'm with this beautiful man now. We're planning this amazing future. God be with us that the world doesn't completely, self-combust in the next year. But, we're moving forward in a really, really positive direction. And so for the women out there who are in their 40s, 50s, oh, I'm too old, honey, no, you're not. Come on, 51 years old, getting engaged, proposed to on St. Pete Beach at the sunset.
I know, so romantic.
I mean, come on. If I can have it happen, so can you.
We have so much more to talk about.
Okay.
So hold on to that thought. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thinking about getting engaged, planning to upgrade your wedding ring, or finally getting that Rolex?
The Gold and Diamond Source can help you in many ways.
You can start a layaway plan for only 10% down and 6 monthly payments.
Take advantage of our 3 to 5 year interest-free financing.
Or you can trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase.
Come to the Gold and Diamond Source and find that perfect gift for the ones that you love.
Gems with Them is our way to teach you about the birthstones, anniversary stones, and what these various gemstones represent. Emerald is a rich, enchanting green and makes birthstone and the 35th anniversary stone. Emeralds are one of the most treasured gemstones and bring a sense of clarity, renewal, and rejuvenation. Its verdant and glossy glow makes them perfect for this time of year. To learn more about gemstones, come in and see our wonderful selection for yourself or visit us online at goldendiamond.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarina Fazan and welcome back to Dating in America. We have a global dating expert here, Lisa Concepcion. I love that name. Name. So Lisa, I wanted to ask you, so in the first half of the show, I got a sense you also talk a lot about manifestation and putting positive energy out there. When I was in traditional news, I did do a series on love, and I will never forget, a therapist said to me once, unhealthy people attract unhealthy people, and healthy people attract healthy people. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And it goes back to what we were saying in the first half. You want to work on yourself. You want to get to that healthy place. You want to feel like, my life is awesome. I feel great. I have great friends. I have awesome hobbies. I lost weight. I feel good in my body. And from that, my mindset is healthy. When you go out in the world with that feeling
positive
and that energy, you're a magnet for miracles. I mean,
I love it.
Legit, you could go to Publix and, meet the love of your life. And I know people say, you can't meet anybody. Oh no, that's the exact attitude that repels it. When you believe it before you see it, it comes. That's what manifestation is all about. It's belief in the unseen. It requires amazing faith and clarity about what it is that you want.
So we have talked a lot about meeting someone organically, which I definitely believe in as well. But for so many people that are dating online right now, do you also feel online dating can lead to the love of your life?
Absolutely, provided that you come at the tool of a dating app. You're not reliant on it, but it's simply a tool, and you come at it with the right energy. An energy of curiosity, of fun, adventure. Let's see who we're gonna meet tonight. You're like, pour yourself something delicious and put some good music on and be like, oh, look at Brian, he's cute. Like, let's talk, not of this, where is he? Oh, look at this guy. Come at it from a sense of an adventure. This is the story that I'm going to tell 5 years from now about where I was leading up to this man. Live in that story. It's unfolding all the time, right? The story I shared earlier about how I met Mark, my fiance. I mean, there's a massive journey that I had to go through in order to follow the little breadcrumbs to meet him that night at that dinner party. There was a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, I was dating this man. I exited that relationship and I got very intentional in my energy. I got into an energy of manifestation. And it was, Lisa, what do you want to manifest? Do you want to manifest another boyfriend? No, I want to manifest my husband. Oh, well then you're going to need to approach dating from an entirely different strategy, an entirely different energy. You need to be dating as a wife. You need to embody the energy of a wife. So what does that even mean? Well, for the ladies out there who want to find their husband, consider having a curfew.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, love these.
Right? Like,
okay.
I'm sorry, but is a wife out at 2, 3, 4 in the morning boozing up with her friends? No. A wife goes out socially. She might go to a dinner party. She might go out, you know, for dinners with friends, what have you, to go see music, Floridian, nice, fun times. But she's looking at her time and she says, you know what, it's already midnight, 1 o'clock. I'm going to call it a night. It was great to see everybody. You know, maybe it's brunches, going out during the day, early happy hours. Why? Because a wife, quality woman, right? She might have some stuff to do in the morning. She wants to go to the Pilates, the yoga. She wants to do her hair. She wants to get the blowout, the nails. She's tending to herself. She wants to go to the beach, lay out in the sun, read a book. She has a morning. She's not hungover.
Right. She may have a job. She has a career.
Have a job, a career. Exactly. So be confident in stepping into that which you need to be a vibrational alignment match with. And if I was acting like a girlfriend or a party girl, what kind of men do you think I would attract? Men that were up for the party. Come on my boat with these other 5 girls. La, la, la. I was not that anymore. I decided, I made a decision. Therefore, the way I date is different, right? The questions I would be asking on a date. And this is exactly the stuff I teach. So I'm very transparent. I do what I teach on myself. And proof is in the pudding.
What kind of questions then do you ask on a date?
So I wrote a blog, funny you should ask this question, 20 great questions to ask on a date. And these questions are very rooted in my background in communications, public relations, marketing, which was the professional life I had before being this coach. And I'm able to draw upon a lot of neuro-linguistic programming. So for example, my favorite question to ask on a date is, tell me about yourself. What do you like to do for fun? Why? Okay. When you speak with somebody and you say, tell me about what do you like to do for fun, you're putting them in a state of fun immediately. And therefore, they equate you with the energy of fun. So now there's a fun energy happening immediately just by asking the question. Then, because it's an open-ended question and it's one about fun, you're able to sit back and listen. And you listen for the things that you want to listen for. I'll give you an example. A client of mine asked the question, tell me about yourself. What do you like to do for fun? And the man said, well, I work 70 hours a week. It's a miracle I'm even on this date with you. So I guess this is fun. And she immediately said, not my guy. Why? She doesn't want to be with a guy who's a workaholic. She doesn't want to be with that. She doesn't want to be with a guy that I'm his only source for fun. That's a big pressure, right? She went on another date. What do you like to do for fun? Well, I have my 2 beautiful kids. They're 10 and 8, and I get to see them every weekend, and they're a source of fun. She was like, not for me. I didn't have babies yet. I want to have my own babies. This guy is done having babies. He's, you know, this is it. He has an 8-year-old, 10-year-old. He's done.
Right.
Not my guy. Keep it moving. What the guy number 3, bachelor number 3. What do you like to do for fun? He said, you know, I enjoy golfing. My brother and his wife and my niece and nephew just moved to Florida. I see them a lot. We're big into boating. I have a really good network of friends. I have my faith. And she was like, And in her mind, she's like, check, 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 right? Because she knew how to listen for what it was. And 1 date turned to 2, 2 turned to 3. They're together. It's all good. So that one simple question, and my blog, which is found on lovequestcoaching.com, 20 questions to ask on a date.
And I'm so glad you shared that one question, because I would encourage people to go to that blog, because this is only a half-hour show.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So
one question.
So we got
of
one
them.
question. So let me ask, when you post an online profile of yourself, what is the best advice on that?
Wow. Okay. So you want your face to be front and center, smiling, capture a good energy, get into a good energy, maybe like, you know, do it on a day where you're just feeling good. And right?
Filter free for the most part.
Filter free, I mean, filter free, natural light if possible. No sunglasses, no teeny little, you're way far back. You know, you think of online as the way you would meet somebody out in the world, right? You'd want to have, well, I want to see what their face is like. I want to see their expression. Okay, so you got your upfront face, great. Then, you know, I kind of want to see what their body looks like. I want to see if I'm attracted to them. So maybe that's where you'll do a photo of you in a cocktail dress if you're a woman. And if you're a guy, maybe it's like a t-shirt and jeans. You know, you don't want to be bending over, cleavage, all this, but you also want to show you at your highest value, right? What you put out there, you're going to attract. If you're putting out, you know, a lot of too much of whatever, you're going to get too much of whatever, and not in a good way. So it's not to be, anything but prude, right? I mean, the hair, the makeup, the whole thing. But again, it depends on what you want to attract. If you want to attract a high-level person, put yourself out there in a high-level energy and look the part, look the role,
of what you want. So, do you have a favorite dating app? I mean, there's a lot of dating apps out there. Do you have a favorite one, or are there some that you would recommend?
So my clients do really well on Bumble, and a lot for two reasons. The men like it because the women on Bumble, they say, are more ladylike, they're more professional, they're independent, they're not gold diggery on any level. And then the women like it because they can control the way the interaction happens. Regardless of whatever app, because it's a vibration thing. Some people are like, I vibe well with Match, and I vibe well with eHarmony, and it depends on the individual. But one thing that I will say is have a strategy, right? So I teach a dating strategy for online, and what it involves is getting from that online banter to a face-to-face conversation on video. I call it a screener call, where you're going to have a 10 to 15, maybe 20-minute max video call just to check the vibe, to number one, see that this person is accurately who they are saying they are, right? We don't want the catfishing. And then number two, you get a sense of their energy. You get a sense of their surroundings, right? Is it chaotic? Is their house a mess, right? These little details, you can get that from a simple 10-minute phone call conversation, a video chat.
We're so fortunate, honestly. I mean, I say sometimes we're unfortunate, but we're also very fortunate to live in this world where it is so easy to communicate and to get information.
Right.
So you, because we're wrapping up the show, definitely, Lisa, believe there is true love out there.
100%. And it starts with the true love of yourself. You make yourself your number one, best, truest, bestie, ride or die, love you to death and beyond. When you get into that place with yourself and you know how to cultivate self-love and you know what your boundaries are, what your limitations, your standards, and you're rolling like that, you are a magnet for love. You are like a beacon, a light, and it will call in that great person that you're interested in being with.
Well, we loved having you. I, again, encourage people to get a free love assessment.
Right, free love life assessment at lovequestcoaching.com for free. It's a great tool, very thorough, and it's a good starting point if you're looking to progress into this work and work on yourself.
Well, we loved having you. And I would say to the audience, remember, if there's someone you want to hear from, please email us here. A love story, a business story, a personal story, dating story, email us. Then please feel free to share the shows on our multiple social media platforms. As you can see, we're on everything, and we're also on Roku. So Lisa Concepcion, I have to say that name one more time. We'd love to have you back. Thank you so much.
I'd love to come back. This was
wonderful. And thank you for being on Dating in America.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun. And good luck to everybody out there.
Yes, good luck. Stay safe, everyone. Until next time.
Emerald is a rich, enchanting green, May's birthstone, and the 35th anniversary stone. Emeralds have always been one of the most treasured gemstones and bring a sense of clarity, renewal, and rejuvenation. Come see our wonderful selection or visit us online at goldendiamond.com.